Hello, friends. Welcome to humanology episode 2427. Happy Wednesday evening. Uh, let's do splits, leg stretching. Okay. Yeah, splits. Make some room. Ah. Oh, oh, oh. Woo. Okay. Oh, okay. Ah, ah. Oh, woo. Wow. Okay. Ah. Oh. Okay. Wow. Good stretching. Oh. Yeah, yeah. It's it's nice stretching. Now, martial arts. All right. Uh, Let me get some water real quick. Ooh. Let's do jump inward elbow punch. Okay. All right. Jump inward elbow punch. All right. All right. Let me imagine there's a bear in front of me. Okay, big bear. Okay. Ah. All right. Well, what if bear is behind me? Okay. It's fun. Ah. All right. All right. 5 minutes break. Thank you. Booyah. Good exercise, huh? Yeah. Let me fix the uh bolts and nuts here. Angle. Yeah, 5 minutes break. Thank you. Uh-huh. Good exercises. Yeah. Okay, welcome back. We are back. Good evening. Uh, yeah. So let's let me redo my hair, though, okay, real quick. Uh yeah. This morning, early in the morning, before I went to work, I took a shower. That's like Wednesday morning routine these days. Welcome. Good morning. Good evening. Uh, so let's go to talk about physics, okay? Yeah. Yeah. The physics and politics. How about that? Okay. Uh, so Mr. Albert Einstein, okay, he came up with theory of relativities like special relativity, general relativity. I disprove both of them. So, in my opinion, okay, yeah, and it was not that difficult, okay, and but physicists they're very reluctant to let Albert Einstein go, and it could be analyzed in multiple different ways, okay, that phenomenon, all right? Why I mean it's not difficult to disprove Albert Einstein's special general relativity theories. That's why I was able to do it. Okay, because my mathematics is not that advanced. Okay, and I it did not take advanced mathematics to disprove him in both special and general relativity theories. Okay. Yeah. Then why do physicists so reluctant to let Albert Einstein go? Okay, why do they hold on to him for past 100 years? And there could be multiple reasons. One of the reasons is that it has become mainstream. So the physicists, also engineers, with science in general, they want to keep their jobs. So they'll go along the mainstream majoritarian, uh, the orthodox theories. Okay, they do not go against it because they want to keep their jobs. Okay, that's one reason we already talked about that. Another reason that Einstein's wrong theories are still advocated for by so many mainstream scientists is that to them is Albert Einstein is an asset. Why? Because outside of science community, Einstein is a cultural icon. Okay, he's like kind of like a figure similar to Mr. Jesus. Okay, it's an icon. Okay, famous celebrity like Mr. Jesus. Even many secular people outside of Christianity community, even secular people respect him. I do. I'm not a Christian, but do I respect Mr. Jesus? Some parts of him I do. Okay. Yeah. I like him, okay, Mr. Jesus. And likewise, Albert Einstein, outside of scientific community, he is famous celebrity, historical celebrity, and also he's very admired and very well liked, very popular, cultural icon, okay? Yeah. Like an idol, okay? K-pop idol. It's just popular guy, Albert Einstein is, okay? Outside of scientific community. That's why in physics community, Albert Einstein is a great asset to them. It empower he Albert Einstein empowers physics. It makes physics more popular, more fashionable, and so it empowers them. Okay, yeah. So it has to do with politics. Politics about power, right? Power. Huh? Yeah, so it's in science history, uh, because scientists they're not saints. They're also people. They're regular people. Okay, they're not more saintly than anyone else. Scientists. Okay, so they're political. They want power. They want popularity. Okay, so that's another reason that they are holding on to Albert Einstein. Okay, yeah. Now, five is break. Now, can that change? Yeah, it can. How? We'll talk about that to 5 minutes break. Okay. Hint naturally. I'm not trying to change the world. No, well, at least not anymore. Okay, I used to. Okay, but not anymore. Okay, I'm just an observer of the world as a scientist. Okay, as a humanologist. We are observing human history. Okay, it was so welcome to human school. Okay, yeah. It just changed by itself naturally. Okay, in time. Yeah, and why and how, if you want to think about it. Okay, yeah. 5 minutes break. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Welcome to human school. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me start cooking my dinner, get preparing. Running the laundry in the washing machine, and there's a background noise. So I close the door. Yeah, redo, hair do redo. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. Yeah, we kept comparing science and religion. Okay, so what was the question? Oh, how will it change? Okay, okay, in time, by itself, naturally. So Einstein is has been popular in secular sector, meaning outside of scientific community, outside of physics. Yeah, like popular figure, the celebrity. But the thing is this, it's kind of like Hollywood, okay? It's kind of like Hollywood. Fame, popularity, but my hair is not cooperating with me. Yeah. Uh, fame, well, Miss Marilyn Monroe family said fame is fickle, okay? It comes and goes. But her case is an exception. Marilyn Monroe, she's like legendary, beautiful lady, and she's Wikipedia article about her, and there's poster of photos and T-shirts, and so her fame tend to be quite eternal. Okay, how about Mr. Jesus? After 2,000 years after he left planet Earth, like one way or another. Okay, he's still famous, Mr. Jesus. Okay, so some international celebrities, historical celebrities, their fame tend to be eternal sometimes. Maybe Mr. Michael Jackson too. Okay, fame is not always fickle. Okay, but people can be famous for a good reason. Okay, like their achievement, like Isaac Newton. There are equations named after him. Okay, Isaac Newton. Maybe some buildings, some schools named after him. Maybe some streets. Okay, to memorialize his achievement in physics. Not Albert Einstein though. Okay, because his theories are wrong, in my opinion. Okay, so uh, like Galileo Galilei. Okay, he is famous in physics. His name is in physics textbook, right? So yeah, he's famous eternal for the right reasons because he was right. His physics theories were correct. Astronomy too. Okay, so they're famous for good reasons. Okay, and they're eternal fame. Okay, yeah. But in Albert Einstein's case, his theories are interesting, right? But they are wrong theories. Okay, so he's famous for wrong reasons. His theory interesting, time slowing down, like length contracting, like it's interesting theory. Black hole, yeah, that's general relativity. Okay, yeah, those are interesting theory, like gravitational bending of light path. Interesting theory. Yeah, it's very science fiction kind of right. Yeah, like black hole. It's interesting, but it's wrong reason for him to be famous for because he's not a science fiction writer. Well, he tried to be a physicist or scientist, okay, and he did his best. He thought he was right, and people have thought he was right, okay, in special general relativity theories. But in my opinion, they're wrong theories, although they're interesting. Okay, now, but the thing is this: whether he was right or wrong, okay, his fame and his celebrityhood, his celebrity status, and his popularity is going down in time. Okay, so after all this glamour is gone, what's left in Albert Einstein's theories? Yeah, his equations, right? His theories. After all this glamour is gone, after a long period of time, because in Hollywood, okay, they're brand new stars. Like nowadays, what Taylor Swift, or maybe tomorrow, what I don't know who's popular these days. But it used to be like Madonna, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, uh, Christina Aguilera. Okay, yeah. So, but next generation, yeah, the brand new entertainer, singer, dancer, songwriter, and then next generation, the brand new one, because people want something new. Why? Although no matter how good song this may be, good dancing style it may be, people get used to it. It's called in like psychology, sociology, it's called in biology habituation. People get used to it. Okay, so it's not. Although it's a great song, great music video, great dance, as we watch it again and again, listen to it again and again, we get used to it. So it's not quite entertaining anymore. So we want something new, right? Is science like that? Well, when the theory is interesting, but if it's a wrong theory, it doesn't last that. It does not last forever because later on, after all this glamour is gone, this brand new stuff, the novelty factor, entertainment factor is gone. Then what's left is the whether the theory is correct or not. So if theory is wrong, then that theory will be abandoned. Okay, so there's no more novelty, this glamour factor anymore because that theory has been with us for a very long time. In physics, there's string theory or quantum mechanics, whatever. Right? It's no longer new. Okay, so if the theory does not have a merit, inherent merit in itself, which is correctness, then it will be abandoned. And in my opinion, I think that's what's going to happen with Albert Einstein's special and general relativity theories. Will it happen? Maybe 30 years. I don't know. So that's my prediction. I could be wrong. I do not know the future. No, I'm only a human being. But that's a reasonable prediction, in my opinion. Okay? Yeah. But we'll see what happens. Okay? Yeah. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay? All right. Thank you. Welcome to human school. Okay? Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Okay, welcome back. We are back. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, in time, like Albert Einstein's popularity in secular sector outside of physics, outside of science. Yeah, I mean, it's been going down. It's not like I like Albert Einstein, like international superstar anymore. He used to be like during like World War II. After that, okay, but it's not like that anymore, right? So, so his popularity is going down in secular sector, okay, and at a certain point, he'll no longer be an asset to physics community because people don't think that Albert Einstein is that cool anymore, okay? Because in time, yeah, people get used to this idea of Albert Einstein, the famous scientist. So after a while, it's no longer entertaining. It's no longer fun. So people start to want something else, just like in Hollywood, okay? And there will be the point when physicists will start to distance themselves from Albert Einstein, which is no longer an asset. Okay. And more people will start to question the correctness of Albert Einstein's special and general relativity theories. Okay. Yeah. Again, I'm ahead of time. I did that years ago, around like 2018, 2019. Yeah, yeah, here in Alaska, because I came to Alaska in 2015. Okay. Yeah, around that time. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. And it's not just in physics, okay? Like in okay, in physics, okay, Isaac Newton, okay, his physics theory, mathematical theory is right. They're correct mostly, okay, but his theory in economics was wrong. We're talking about Sir Isaac Newton of United Kingdom, okay? He came up with this theory about gold standard in economics, like anchoring the value of currency to gold of that nation, okay? It's a wrong economic theory, but they like that theory because of the glamour of Isaac Newton. Oh, it's Isaac Newton, okay, the genius, the scientific prophet, and he's Christian too, okay? So gold standard was very popular back then for a couple of hundred years, maybe 300 years, okay? But the popularity of gold standard, the economics theory by Sir Isaac Newton, has been going down and down and down, and nowadays, not many countries adopt that standard because it's a wrong theory in economics. Although Isaac Newton is very good in astronomy, physics, mathematics, he knows nothing about economics. Economics is more than mathematics. There's something else there. Okay. So Isaac Newton's economics theory of gold standard is a wrong theory in economics. That's why, although it was popular for several hundred of years, it's not popular anymore, that theory. Okay? So sometimes in science, a wrong theory can last for a while. It could last some hundreds of years, or it could even last thousands of years. Wrong theory in science, like geocentrism. Top scientists all around the world for thousands of years had that wrong theory. Geocentrism, okay? Like sun revolving around the world, around the earth. Okay? It has happened and it's still happening. Okay? Yeah. Because people are people. We make mistakes, right? I do too. Okay. 5 is correct, for correct. Okay, welcome to human school, okay? We're talking about science. And some religion too, okay? Yeah, that's great. Time check. It's been less than 1 hour. 5 minutes break, thank you. Okay. Now my laundry is done, and transfer over to dryer. Okay, now let's go to Galileo Galilei, okay? Welcome. Good evening. Yeah. My professor leaders, yeah, Maja is going to call the okay? Yeah, hoodie fashion, colorful hoodies, okay? That's what I do. Just streaming. Colorful hoodie fashion. They were Alaska themed, okay? So, yeah, good evening, welcome. Yeah, my professor leaders, Maja is going to call the okay? Thank you. So, let's go to Galileo Galilei, okay? Italy. Uh, he said, yeah, his predecessor Copernicus was right. Copernicus, what country is from? Maybe Austria, somewhere around there. I don't know. Somewhere in Europe. I don't know. Copernicus, what country is from? Maybe Switzerland. I don't know. Okay, so but is Galileo's predecessor in physics? Okay, and Galileo Galilei said, "Hey, Copernicus was right. Ptolemy was wrong." That's Greek. scientist. Okay. So sun does not revolve around the planet Earth. Planet Earth revolve around the sun. Heliocentrism. Okay, that's what Galileo Galilei said. But in Catholic Church back then, they said, "Oh, that's blasphemy. Are you saying Bible is wrong? Oh, that's sacrilege. You are anti-Christian, Mr. Galileo Galilei. You are saying Bible is wrong. Oh, that's like devil, Satan. So please say that your theory is wrong, or else we'll put you in prison for blasphemy." Okay, that's how it was back then in Europe. Okay, was it like 1600 AD or something? Or 1500 AD? I don't know. Do you know what Mr. Galileo said to the Catholic Church authority, which is very political powerful back then? And he said, "Oh yeah, yeah, you know, you're right. I was wrong. So please do not send me to jail, prison. You're right. I was wrong. So yeah, I made some mistake in my calculation. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the sun revolves around the planet Earth. The Earth does not revolve around the sun. So I was wrong. You're right. Okay. So can I go now?" And they said, "Yeah, you can go." That's what happens. Okay, that's a famous trial of Galileo Galilei, right? Hmm. But back then, in Europe, Catholic Church had huge power. They had a judicial branch, like judge, like court of law, okay, ecclesiastical law, okay, the church court, right? And they're also politically powerful, like executive branch, kinda, even legislative branch. Okay, it was like kind of medieval day. Okay, yeah, the Catholic Church was center of the universe and also center of power in Europe. Yeah, that's how it was back then. Okay, so scientists had to obey Catholic Church Bible. They cannot go against it. That's how it was back then. Okay, and Mr. Galileo Galilei obeyed Catholic Church. He said he was wrong. Okay, although he knew he was right, so he lied to save his life. I'm glad that he did. Okay, why? Because I mean, what difference does it make in our daily lives? Whether the sun revolve around the earth or the earth revolve around the sun, it's scientifically it's important. It's about truth. What is true? What is right? But in our daily lives, it makes no difference if you think about it. Okay, so it's not that important in our daily lives. Okay, no, not really. Okay, so it's kind of harmless error. That's kind of legalese. Okay, geocentrism is wrong scientific theory, but it does not really harm people. Okay. Maybe that's why Mr. Galileo Galilei backed down. I don't know what was in his mind. Okay, maybe he just wanted to save his life. I don't know. But I'm glad that he saved his life. He lived a long life. Okay, he continued to research science. Okay, mm. But not the heliocentrism though. Okay, yeah, he studied something. He moved on. He studied something else. Okay, like mathematics, physics, and stuff. Yeah. Fine with very for rest. Okay, thank you. Welcome to human school. Okay, it's fun, right? Yeah, history is fun. Yeah, it is. This story is fun, especially when they are wrong. Okay, yeah, it's hilarious. Mm. Yeah, so we talked about Mr. Einstein, Mr. Galileo, Galilei, and uh now let's talk about Honky Lee. Okay. So my prediction is this, okay? So now we are kind of laughing about that Galileo's trial because it's absurd. That's why it's so funny. It's a comedy, okay? So like back in the days, like hundreds of years ago, we basically laugh at them, okay? Because they were wrong, obviously, okay, in today's standard. But let's say 100 years from now, okay? 100 years from now, my prediction is the same, exact same thing will happen again, okay? I Galileo Galilei was mainstream scientist, okay? He was famous. That was his job. My job is a lawyer. I'm a lawyer in Alaska, okay? But I disproved Albert Einstein's special general theories about 8 years ago. And I published it in the internet for free, okay? It's out there. And but if we compare Galileo's time and Hunkile's time, we're talking about 500 years difference, okay? So people have evolved. So, and another difference is that so people are nicer these days. Even if there's some scientific theory that defies Bible today, they're not going to be sent to prison. Well, at least not in America. Societies, humanity has evolved. They're not as bad as they used to be 500 years ago. People have evolved, they became more civilized. Like freedom of religion, freedom of speech. Okay, yeah, in U.S. Constitution and other countries, people became more respectful to diverse point of view and the separation between church and state, church and government, religion and government. Okay, in some countries like America, but because some other countries are still not quite there yet. I'm sure they will get there one day. Okay, every country has different phase in evolutionary phases, to put it lightly. Okay, because I want to be respectful. Okay, to all countries. Okay, so I mean, whether evolution is right, Albert Einstein is right or wrong. Okay, does time slow down? Does light bend around gravitation? It does not really matter. It's not that important in our daily lives. Okay? So it's not that important. Okay. Politics is more important than physics. Okay. Yeah. Well, in theoretical level, okay. The politics does affect our daily lives, like inflation and stuff, okay, like who get elected, okay. That does affect our daily lives, inflation, okay, the price of food in the supermarket. If you think about it, politics is more important than physics when it comes to our daily lives. Okay, so election is important, like voting for the right candidates. It is important. Okay, more important than some theoretical physics in terms of our daily lives. Okay, so my attitude is like this. Okay, yeah, I disproved Albert Einstein's special relativity theories, but it's not necessary that people learn about it now. They can take time. Okay. What difference does it make in grand scale of things of humanity's history of like thousands of years? Okay, like if people learn about my disproof 1 year earlier, 2 years earlier, even 10 years earlier, it's it does not make too much difference in grand scheme of things of entire human history. Okay, just let them take time. Okay, that's the attitude. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's not too important. Okay. So I'm more than a physicist. I'm more than a mathematician. Okay, I'm a humanologist. In humanology, we study many different things. We study history, we study economics, we study all the good things. We study linguistics, music, fine arts, acting, performance art, entertainment, show business. We study everything here in human school, okay? Yeah, so we have broader point of view, broader perspective, kind of bird's eye point of view, okay? So, and we understand history, okay? Like kind of history repeating itself, okay? Yeah, so it is nothing new, okay? And we understand people, they're busy, and people evolve very slowly because they're busy, okay? Yeah, we understand. So let them take time to evolve slowly at their own pace. Okay? 5 minutes break for chorus. Okay? Thank you. Welcome to Human School. Okay? How nice, huh? Yeah. Human School is where entertainment meets education and education meets entertainment. Vice versa. Okay? So it's very nice. Yeah. Okay, now let's get back to Mr. Dr. Albert Einstein's theory. Okay, well, I do not like Mr. Albert Einstein's attitude. I think it's very arrogant. Okay, so I do not like his attitude. Okay, but I do not dislike him. And when this Oppenheimer movie came out, I went to the movie theater, and when an actor played his role, Albert Einstein, I was happy to see him, Mr. Albert Einstein, played by an actor. Okay, Oppenheimer movie. I went to the Wasilla downtown the movie theater. Okay, it's not downtown actually. It's like halfway between Wasilla and Palmer in Matsu Valley, Alaska, America. Okay, but that movie was boring though. Okay, but I was happy to see him. Okay, Mr. Albert Einstein in that movie. Okay, so played by an actor. Okay, so anyway, so I do not dislike Albert Einstein. It's nothing personal. It's just science, physics. I have to do my job as a scientist. So I had to disprove him, okay? Because he was wrong. Nothing personal, okay? Uh, so so nowadays we have GPS, global positioning system by the satellites, okay? So some engineers, scientists say, oh, there's this proof that Albert Einstein was right. It's time dilation, okay? That's a very easy lie to detect, debunk. Why? Because according to Mr. Albert Einstein's special relativity theory, uh, to detect time dilation, uh, it has to be very fast object, fast moving, high speed, comparable to speed of light. And GPS global positioning system satellites that's up there, just like the planet, the moon, satellite moon revolving around the planet Earth. Satellites they do not have engine, jet engine. No, they're just hanging there. Just like moon, satellite of natural satellite of planet Earth, okay? So global positioning system of the satellites, okay, they do not have jet engine. They do not move fast at all. So they're just hanging there. They move as slow as the satellite, natural satellite moon revolving around the Earth once a month. Okay? So global positioning system that satellites maybe faster than moon because they're close to the planet Earth. Okay, so but they're still very slow objects. Okay, it's not like speed of light fast. No, they do not even have a jet engine. They're just hanging there, revolving around the planet Earth very slowly. Okay, they're not powered by an engine like jet engine. No, they're powered by solar energy for sending signals. Okay, so they cannot measurably experience time dilation even if we assume special relativity theory is correct. Okay, it's all lies. Okay, yeah, that's easy lie to detect though, to debunk. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then Wikipedia, okay, like evidence of correctness of special relativity theories, like in Wikipedia and other websites. Okay, so and they were wrong in my opinion. Okay, so, but it's mostly harmless errors. It does not make what difference does it make? Yeah. In our daily lives, okay. But in my prediction, again, I may be wrong. I cannot see the future. No, I'm only a human being. Okay. In my prediction, there will come a day, maybe in 30 years or so. That will be my prediction. Okay, my guess, estimated, estimation, educated guess. Okay, in 30 years or so, yeah, people will be bored with Albert Einstein's special relativity theories. Okay, they will want something new, like replacement. Okay, and in my opinion, it's not like a new physics theory. It's going back to Galileo Galilei, Newton, Isaac Newton, classical mechanics, even that. So it could be quite disappointing. Not very exciting. Okay. Yeah. But as a scientist, it's not about entertainment. I've been to Hollywood too. I'm also a performer, actor, writer, filmmaker, okay, singer, dancer. I do that too. But when I do science, when I put on scientist hat, okay, I do science. Okay, so welcome. Good evening. Yeah, my professor leaders. Yeah, my show is getting credible. Okay, thank you. We're talking about science. Okay, so when I'm a scientist, uh, my goal is to be correct, mathematically and scientifically correct. When I do science, it's not about political correctness, like being nice to people like Albert Einstein. Okay, it's not about politics. It's not about racism. Mr. Albert Einstein, he's Jewish. Okay, I have many friends who are Jewish. Okay, so when I criticize Mr. Albert Einstein's theories, it's not anti-Semitism at all. Because I love Jewish people. I love Arabic people. I love all people. Okay? So when I do science, when I disprove Mr. Albert Einstein theories, it's not anti-Semitism because I'm not anti-Semitic. I love Jewish people. I love Arabic people. I love Palestinian people. I love all people. Okay. And also, it's not about entertainment. It's not like me trying to be famous, celebrity, by disproving Mr. Albert Einstein's theories. It's not about that. It's about scientific truth in physics and also mathematics too. Okay, that's what science is about. It's not about fame, entertainment, politics, racism, anti-racism, ideologies. No, science is not about that. Science is about objectivity and scientific truth. That's how I approach science when I do science, when I do mathematics. Okay, it's not about entertainment or fame, money, power, politics. No, no, no. It's not about that at all. No. At least when I do science. Okay, so if Albert Einstein is wrong, what's the next? Physics? Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's going back to Isaac Newton, Galileo Galilei, the classical mechanics. So it's not that entertaining or exciting, but as a scientist, it's just the way it is. Okay, but that's my opinion, though. I could be wrong. Okay, I'm only a human being. Okay, so 5 minutes break. Okay, thank you. Welcome to human school. Okay, very cool, right? Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, time check now. I think it's been 1 hour, more than 1 hour. Yeah, ventilate the air. Okay, and ventilate the room with air. Okay. 5 minutes. Thank you. But Okay, welcome back, Rabbit. Just moose out there. Nice. Yeah. Very good, nice moose. Yeah. You see the moose? Yeah, I show you, okay? It's in my backyard. Yeah, the welcome guest. Sure. Quite sizable moose there. Yeah, munching the fireweed. It's a male moose. Yeah, yeah, antelope. Okay, okay. It's kind of like a halfway between juvenile and adult by the size, I can tell. Okay. Okay. Nice, nice. Nice moose encounter. That was entertaining. Yeah, so science is about truth, okay? So it's not about politics, racism, anti-racism, sympathy, or like antipathy, ideology, or like fame, money, power, fame. Well, science is not about that, okay? Sometimes they do that in science, okay? But it's not supposed to be, okay? It's supposed objective truth, scientific truth, okay? It's not about entertainment, okay? Yeah, so again, I apologize that if I disappoint you. Yeah, we have to go back to plain old school, the Galilean, Newtonian, classical physics. That's just it, okay? Yeah, it could be boring, unexciting, unentertaining, but it's just the way it is, in my opinion. Okay, it's not as science fiction, kind of a fantastic entertainment like Albert Einstein's special general relativity theory. Okay, it's that's just not how it is. Okay, yeah, physical universe. Uh, it's not as fantastic as Mr. Albert Einstein's theories, in my opinion. Okay, it's just not. Okay. Then what should physicists do? What should physicists do to entertain themselves if physics is so boring? But the thing is this, physics is not doesn't have to be boring, okay? But it's not as entertaining as Albert Einstein's special relativity theories, okay? The true physics, okay? Then what should they do, physicists, okay? To entertain themselves. My recommendation, learn how to dance, learn how to sing, maybe musical instruments. Mr. Albert Einstein, were able he played violin, okay? He know how to play violin. I do not, okay, but he played violin, okay. So, but yeah, I can sing and dance to entertain myself. I can do martial arts too, okay, to entertain myself. Maybe I'm not that good at it, but does not matter. I do entertain. I manage to entertain myself, okay. Mathematics, it can be boring too. It could be exciting as well. Physics, it can be exciting too, while still being correct. Okay. Yeah. So, but physics, mathematics, it's not always that exciting. The correct theory is okay. It could be boring. So my recommendation, learn how to dance and sing. Also acting, writing. Okay, but you need to separate. You cannot, you should not make up some false theories in physics and mathematics or science just because you're bored. My recommendation, separate entertainment and science. If science is so boring, learn how to dance and get your entertainment need in dancing, acting, writing, fiction writing, or essay writing, or even poetry, or music, singing, dancing, martial arting, okay? Or just exercise. go to a park, run. That's what I do. Do push-ups and stuff. Okay. Pull-ups, sit-ups. Okay. Yeah. Also colorful hoodies like this at home. Okay. But when we do science or mathematics, okay, it's not about entertainment. It could be entertaining, intellectual entertainment. Okay. Actually, that's why I do mathematics. Intellectual entertainment. Okay. But entertainment, it could be entertaining doing science and mathematics. Okay. But it's not always like that. It's a job. Your job can be fun, right? But many times job can be boring. So mathematics, physics, or science, doing it is sometimes entertaining, but other times it's very boring. Okay. But my recommendation is this, okay? When you do science, okay, or any job, profession, any work, okay, it could be entertaining sometimes, okay? But we have to do the right thing. We cannot make up some false theories in science or mathematics just because it's more entertaining than the correct equation, the correct theory. In science or mathematics, we have to pursue what is right. In any job setting, we have to do what is right. Entertainment business, uh, entertainment need rather we have to separate the two. Okay, entertainment need. Yeah, we can do singing, dancing, martial arts in our spare time, right? But when we are on the job, when we do physics, mathematics, for example, or any other kind of job, okay, it has to be about professionalism. It has to. We have to do the right thing, although it may be boring. Then, if we do it wrong, okay. When I did mathematics, we'll get back to mathematics and humanology, okay? I promise, maybe in a month, because I need to take a break, okay? Like I found some equation, right? But I need to prove it. And sometimes that's not fun, but I have to do it. Although I do not make any money out of it, okay? I know this equation right, but I have to prove it as a mathematician, amateur mathematician, okay? But a serious one. So it was kind of tedious sometimes, okay? Because I proved many mathematical theorems. Sometimes, many times brand new, okay? Yes, it's kind of tedious, but as a mathematician, I take this job seriously, although I do not make any money out of it, okay? Off of it. So, what I took as my mission given to me by DOT, divinity, okay? So I did it. Raw algebra paper, right? It's 82 pages. It took me almost a year. So far, not many people appreciated it. Maybe in the future, maybe some more people. That's fine. But thank you for appreciating. Okay, very few people in the world. Okay, thank you. It means a lot to me. Okay, yeah, it means the world to me. Thanks, so thank you. Okay, but even if nobody appreciated the academic paper, that I worked so hard, many months, even years, even decades. Okay, after after I finished writing this academic paper, I look at it right alone, and if it satisfies me, I look at it again, and to the best of my knowledge, it is correct theory in science. So I publish it. Okay, to me, that's enough. Yeah, if people appreciate it, yeah, that's cool. Okay, but it's not that necessary. Although I really appreciate people's appreciation when they do. Okay, but I come up with a theory, I prove it, and write it down, and publish it in the internet for free. Okay, scientific papers. After that, I'm satisfied at that point. Okay, because I did my job. To me, science, surprisingly, is very religious. It's private conversation between deity and Uncle Lee. Okay, so divinity assigned me this job, some theory in science, mathematics. Okay, I work on it, research it, write it down, look at it, and okay, to my satisfaction, this theory is correct. I proved it. Okay, mathematically. Okay, then I publish it. Okay, after that, yeah, I'm satisfied. I did my job assigned to me by divinity, deity. Okay, and I did my job. Okay, and I'm satisfied, even if no other human being ever appreciated, and it happened to you so many times in my life. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So it's like personal satisfaction. It's quite religious, like a monk, priest, isolation, right? Like in Alaska. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So welcome to human school. Okay. Yeah. I'm checking out. I some vocal rest. Uh, and we got more than 30 minutes left. Okay. 5 minutes break. Okay. Thank you. Okay. You're welcome to human school. It kind of magical a little bit. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's something out of the ordinary for sure, right? It's quite extraordinary. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Welcome to human school. Yeah. Yes, so the moral of the story is this, okay? Not just in science, okay? Any other professional setting. Look, I'm not even scientist as a profession. I'm a lawyer in Alaska, okay? But when I do science as an amateur, yeah, I'm serious about it, okay, in my spare time. So it's not about entertainment. Yeah, this mathematics equation may be boring, but it has to be correct. So I take my time proving it, okay? But actually, proving some mathematical equation is actually not that boring. Not always. Sometimes it is, but not always boring. Sometimes it's very exciting, actually, okay? Entertaining too, okay? But in this example, like mathematics or science, okay, they should not make up some wrong theory just because it's more interesting, more entertaining. They should not do that. In my opinion, that's the errors that Mr. Dr. Albert Einstein made. Okay, maybe not consciously, maybe subconsciously. Okay, I don't know. Okay, he was not even in scientific community. He did that special relativity theory. Okay, it was interesting, very romantic story. He was a patent clerk in was Switzerland, I guess, somehow. Okay, he could not get a job as a professor, although he had PhD in physics in ETH, in Switzerland, like engineering science school, okay, university, okay. It's a very good school, okay, but his school grade was very low, okay, so but he did graduate, he got his PhD, okay, but he could not get a job as a professor. So he got a job as a patent clerk, okay, intellectual property, okay. Which is cool, okay. So he wrote this theory of special relativity, okay. When was that? 1915 or something like that. Okay, about more than 100 years ago. Okay, and then yeah, some peer-reviewed journal in Europe, I guess, published it. Okay, and then it didn't take too long. Okay, for him. Okay, it became kind of international sensation. Okay, first in the scientific community, later on secular sector outside of scientific community. Okay, so and the rest is history. Okay, yeah, it's quite romantic story history. Yeah. So another factor that determined shaped Albert Einstein's celebrity status is an interesting biography, Mr. Albert Einstein. Kind of underdog, outsider, rejected by mainstream scientific community. Who could not get a job as a physics professor? He could not at first. He could not. He was rejected. Underdog, okay, kind of low, well, lesser paying job than professor in university, okay? Patent clerk. It's just great job, by the way, okay? Actually, I have patent attorney's license, okay? I just study intellectual property, right? Okay? Yeah. So there's a common denominator there between Mr. Albert Einstein and Huntley, okay? A little bit. Patent law, okay? Yeah. Okay. And like a Cinderella story, Cinderella factor, yeah, rejected, abandoned, but still working very hard, spare time after 9 to 5, Monday to Friday job. Yeah, still having a dream, ambition, okay. And then later on, international fame, Cinderella story. Yeah, that's Dr. Albert Einstein. Okay? It's very inspiring, uplifting biography. So people love him, Dr. Albert Einstein, okay? Very inspirational. I understand that. I do. Okay. Yeah, of course. Mhm. And Mr. Albert Einstein's theory of special general relativity yeah, inspired writers, science fiction writers, filmmakers, TV show producers. Like one of my favorite American TV show. Yeah, Mr. Ross Sterling. Ross Sterling. Okay, he's Jewish American as well. Okay, and he's very good writer. Okay, so yeah, the Twilight Zone science fiction TV show in America back in like 1960s, something like that. Okay. Welcome. Yeah, my prof usually does. Martial education call development. Okay, thank you. We'll talk about history. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So also general relativity theories. Okay. Yeah, it use higher mathematics, tensor calculus, motivating people, young people, to learn about calculus, tensor analysis, obscure. Before that, very obscure mathematics theory in from Italy. Okay. Yeah, motivating young aspiring scientists to learn about tensor analysis to understand, in order to understand uh, general relativity theories, the field equation. Okay. Yeah. So there's some good positive educational value in Dr. Albert Einstein's special relativity theories. Okay. Yeah, I acknowledge that. I do. Okay. With special relativity theory, yeah, the importance, influence, the emphasis on thought experiment. Okay, that's great contribution in education. Okay, because we do that too here in human school. Thought experiment. Okay, yeah. It's very cheap, very economic, very efficient, low budget kind of experiment. Brain thought experiment. Okay, he popularized it. Dr. Albert Einstein. Okay, I appreciate it. I do. Okay. I want to be fair and objective here in human school. Okay, so evaluation of Mr. Albert Einstein's contribution to humanity. Okay, this nice guy, Mr. Albert Einstein. You sure? Hmm? I read his biography. Okay, he's a nice guy, mostly. Hmm? He migrated to America, right? And he did pay visit to traditionally, historically African American universities in America. Okay, so and giving his lecture about his relative theories. Oh yeah, that's great. Back in 1940s, I guess, after World War II, maybe 1950s, I guess. Okay, somewhere around there. Yeah. He's a nice guy, mostly. Okay, yeah. But in human school, yeah, we love all races. Okay, African Americans or Africans or Caucasians or mixed races, Asians or Hispanics or natives. Yeah, we love everybody in human school, okay? Of course, it's great diversity, okay, in the world. They're beautiful in their own ways, okay? Yeah, of course. Mhm. But when we do science, we have to be race colorblind, okay? Yeah, Mr. Albert Einstein's, okay, he's European Jewish, okay? And like there were a lot of anti-Semitism in Europe back then, World War II, Nazism. Okay, so there's some sympathy factor, I think. And I wrote that in my disproof of special relative theory, okay, paper. Yeah, some sympathy factor toward European Jewish people, like Mr. Dr. Alberstein, okay, were persecuted just because of their being European Jewish people. Okay, so sympathy factor, like the Holocaust in World War II. So some sympathy factor. So let's give some voice to this European Jewish scientist, Mr. Albert Einstein. I think that did factor in to popularize his special and general relativity theories in early 1900s, okay, like 1920s, 1930s, okay. I understand sympathy factor, okay, but in science, it's not about politics, it's not about ideology, it's not about emotion. Good science, it has to be about objectivity, correctness, okay. So I understand why they erred. Majoritarian scientific community, with their people too. They're sympathetic to the pain and suffering of European Jewish people during World War II, Holocaust, Nazism. Okay, so scientific community, they're people too. They're sympathetic to European Jewish people's hardships. Okay, so maybe yeah, most likely, in my opinion, yeah, that's a huge factor of popularization of Dr. Albert Einstein's special generality theories. Okay, but later on, okay, we are not in World War II anymore. Okay, so yeah, we have to be objective. Okay, so I'm sorry about Holocaust too. Oh, it was horrible. Of course it is. Yeah, war crimes. Okay, but that's like more than 50 years ago, like 70 years ago. Okay, now let's reevaluate Dr. Albert Einstein's scientific theories. Like 100 years later, okay? And I think he got it wrong. Not once, twice. Especially in the relative theories, okay? But it's just my opinion, okay? You be the judge, okay? So welcome to human school, okay? I could be wrong, okay? You be the judge, okay? Yeah, 5 minutes break. How much time do we have left? Yeah, about 15 minutes left, okay? Yeah, so welcome to human school, okay? Thank you. All right. Okay, so let's wrap it up real quick. Okay, we got like 10 minutes left, I guess. Yeah, it's just about more than 10 minutes. Okay, so in humanology we have many equations, humanological equations. Okay, so like happy the success equation. Okay, success is equal to uh happiness plus morality. Okay, then you are successful. Okay, so in the eyes of humanological. Okay, so there's no money, power, fame factor there. Okay, so you can pursue it. That's fine if it makes you happy and if you do it morally, ethically. Okay, then that's fine. It's allowed. Money, power, fame. Okay, but it's not necessary. Okay, you can be happy without money, power, fame as long as you can be successful as long as you are ethical, moral, and also happy. Okay, yeah, the right good kind of pursuit of happiness, like morality, ethics. You're not harming anybody, okay, but you're pursuing happiness, you know, good fashion where there's no unethical immorality there. You're not stealing anything. You're not harming anybody. You're not bullying other people. You're not being sadistic. Some people are like that, okay? They enjoy tailgating on the road. I see those people every day. Okay, because I'm a valley commuter. Okay, in Alaska, they just enjoy harassing people on the road, in the highway or city road. Like they should stop doing that. Okay, that's wrong way to pursue happiness. Okay, they should stop doing that. Okay? Well, cutting right in front of me, too dangerous, right? It's like they enjoy. They're sadistic. They're like road bullies on the road drivers. Man, so many of them are like that. Okay, they enjoy doing it. They enjoy harassing people like that, tailgating from behind or cutting in front very closely. That's bad kind of happiness. That's unethical, immoral, and also illegal. Okay, that's bad. That's not success. Okay, because it's immoral, unethical. They are endangering other people's safety on the road as drivers. Do not do that. Okay? They may be happy, but illegally happy, immorally, unethically happy. So they are not success in the eyes of human rights school. Then what is true success? Yeah, I'm happy as a driver on the road. It could be city road, rural road, or on the highway connecting the big city and rural regions like Matsu Valley and Anchorage. Okay, good kind of happiness is this. Okay, yeah, I'm abiding by the speed law, speed limits. Okay, I respect police officers. They're busy. I do not want to waste their time by over speeding and then they have to stop my car and then give me speeding ticket. I do not want to waste their time. And I do not have money to pay for speeding ticket. And I do not want to overspeed. It's dangerous. I do not want to be in a dangerous situation. No. So I abide by speed limit in the city, rural region, neighborhood road, or on the highway. I always abide by speed limit. I put plenty of distance between cars up front. There's something I can control, right? Car behind me, I cannot control the distance. They're behind me, okay? But they don't stay very long time behind me. Why? because I abide by speed limit. The tailgaters, they want to speed, they want to overspeed. Okay, so they want to go to the left lane and pass me by soon, sooner or later. Okay, and I let them go because I do not want to be around them. Okay, no, they're dangerous people. Eh, and am I happy when I drive on the road? Yeah. It may sound very boring, not like entertaining, exciting, like in some Hollywood movies, like this. Yeah? All these criminals running away from police officers, speed chase. They're Hollywood movies, okay, but that's fiction. That's fine. They're professional drivers, like stunt drivers, okay? It's a fiction. We need to separate between entertainment and real life professionalism, okay? We talked about this before in this episode, okay? You should separate the two worlds, okay? Entertainment business, show business, Hollywood, special effects, and their professional speed drivers, stunt drivers, okay? They are trained for that, so they're safe, mostly, okay? Hollywood movies. But in real world, we have to drive safely. We cannot pursue entertainment of like speeding when we are driving on public roads. We should not do that. It's dangerous to us and dangerous to others. Okay? The common theme there, commonality. Time check. We have 5 minutes left, okay? So we make it okay, okay? So yeah, inflation situation. I have to save money, okay? So I have two cars. Old big old car that's like Ford Expedition, 2007. That's the year, okay? I only drive that car in the neighborhood, in Macho Valley, okay, during the weekends, okay, because it's gas guzzler, okay? It's a big car. When I commute to Anchorage, Monday to Friday, I drive my newer, smaller car, uh, Jeep Renegade, okay? More fuel efficient because smaller car, okay? To save money, okay? Yeah. So when I drive, I abide by speed limit, obey the law. It may sound very boring, but I'm happy when I drive because I'm not going to get speeding ticket, so I get to save money because I do not have to pay for speeding ticket. Okay, and I enjoy the scenery. I listen to the radio. I'm respectful to other drivers. Plenty of space. If they want to get in the line safely, yeah, I slow down for you. I'm feel nice person on the road. It does make me happy. I can sleep at night comfortably because I do not have guilty conscience. I don't have this moral compunction. I don't have guilty conscience when I sleep at night because I'm a nice person on the road. I'm sure. Less than 5 minutes left for sure. Yeah, so I obey the law on the road, above the speed limit. Other drivers, oh, they enjoy. breaking the law, disobeying, speed limit, tailgating, or cutting in front, zigzagging fashion. They enjoy that. Being the outlaw, being illegal, being a bad person. Some people enjoy that. That's the wrong way to pursue happiness. Okay, that's a very wrong way to pursue happiness. The way I pursue happiness, my friends. Okay, I do dancing, singing, martial arting, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, running, safely in a park. Maybe to some people it may sound very boring, not exciting enough. Well, guess what, my friends? This is a artist conch, chef mushroom that I picked about 3 days ago in a park in Anchorage. Okay, uh, I put it in my pocket after I picked it from Birch Tree. Okay, and I put vodka in there and I drink it at night before I go to bed at home. Uh, I understand some Americans do not like alcohol, okay, but as it stands now, I'm 48 years old, okay. Yeah, I drink alcohol. Okay, time check now. 1 minute left. But I drink alcohol at home alone, safely, like this. I do smoke cigarettes during the breaks, okay, but very little, okay? So moderate consumption of smoking cigarettes or alcohol with just chef mushroom, artist conch, okay? So it's legal, it's not illegal, okay? So I do so safely and moderately, in moderation, okay? So yeah, I'm happy, okay? Uh, we have to finish up, okay? It's been about how many? Okay, I see you later, okay? Yeah, it's been 2 hours, okay? So I will get back together next time, okay? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Mhm.